Are you scared?
Yes, indeed, we are back, and you're listening to The General Idea. Folks, I tell you, it's a crazy world out there, and if you're a conservative, it's even crazier. Welcome here to The General Idea. We are going to talk about some stuff today that I cannot hold inside any longer. And I've titled this particular episode of the show, Take a Stand for America, and Conservatives, It's Time to Answer the Bell. And I can't mean that any more than I just said that. It is time to take a stand, Americans. It is out of control out there. It is absolutely out of control in this country today. You know, I was perusing the Facebook here. I don't know, last night, this morning, looking at all the NFL posts, people post about the NFL and supporting this, supporting that. We got an entire industry in this country, an entire industry that is built on the purest example of the American dream. Think about it. The NFL, the National Football League, it is a sports league. These people do not manufacture a product. You can't go as a person on the street here, go and apply for a job to be a National Football League player. It is the elite of the elite. I want to talk about whether maybe there should be some discrimination laws. Maybe it's in the NFL. So that's just not fair that I can't go get a job with the Denver Broncos being a running back. What, just because I'm fat and slow and old? That's discrimination. But I digress. But you get my point there. So the National Football League, just like Major League Baseball or the NBA, the National Association of Felons, all of these organizations are the purest example of the American dream. These people don't manufacture anything, they don't produce anything, and they are the elite of the elite. They're making millions of dollars simply playing a game because people want to watch it. And that's an important thing to talk about right now, folks. The only reason the NFL has any power at all is because you watch it. I watch it. The only money they make is advertising and people coming to watch the game. But do the research. If you look up stadium after stadium after stadium in this country, as far as attendance and all, these teams lose money. That's why they got to have the government bail them out in city after city after city to help pay for their stadiums via tax plans and bond issues. They don't make money in the stadium. They make money on TV. They make money on merchandising. They make money because Coca-Cola is willing to spend tens of millions of dollars to show a couple 60-second, 30-second commercials during a football game. You stop watching, I stop watching. Let's see how these billion-dollar franchises do then. Now, here's the thing. We all like football. We like sports. So how do we do this? And what's really the point anyway? Oh, by the way, didn't introduce the cigar that I'm smoking today during the show. Pardon me while I take a nice little puff of it into my mouth. It is a Rocky Patel 20th anniversary cigar. Very, very nice after lunch cigar, which is where we're at right now. Can highly recommend it. So back to the NFL. Again, they have no power except for the advertising. If people quit watching, their power will diminish. So now we have an entire league trying to start. It was nearly 25% of it. Every player took a knee. this past weekend, including some owners, one of which blew me away was Jerry Jones. And they all got their different spin on it. And they're all trying to say, we're just promoting team unity. We're just, this or that or whatever. So I posted something on Facebook kind of calling the cat out of this thing and saying, these are millionaires that are making their money, living the American dream, yet they're going to spit on the national anthem and the flag and what it represents by kneeling and not respecting the country that has given them so very much. This country has provided to them so very much, yet they're going to kneel. So I posted that, and I saw some people. I didn't have many people comment on mine, but I saw some other people post things on their Facebook that I could tell was definitely in direct response to what I said. And I saw a common theme, and the common theme that I saw had to do with this concept of, if you think it's about the flag, it's no more about the flag than Rosa Parks was about public transportation, was the exact quote that I've seen a couple times. And I've seen a variation off that same concept a few other times. As if this kneeling is to protest something, and it's not really directed at the flag or the anthem, even though it's being done during the flag and the anthem time. Okay, I'll be your Huckleberry. Then what are they protesting? I'm going to sit back and wait. Hold on. I'm going to take another puff of cigar while I wait on the answers to that. Still waiting. What are they protesting? Brutality? Because let's go back to what the original concept of this was. Colin Kaepernick, who started this fiasco, did it in direct support of the Black Lives Matter and as a direct result of the false narrative, hands up, don't shoot bullshit. That I'm sorry for all you libs who can't do real research or watch videos that still want to hang on to that false narrative. It did not happen. Video evidence completely exonerated that. It did not happen. The entire thing is a false narrative. And that's what started this. So let's keep things in perspective. So moving on. So what are they protesting now? They're protesting, are they protesting discrimination? Really? Really? They're protesting discrimination. Who's being discriminated against? They're playing football in a National Football League. The only people being discriminated in that league is me. Because they won't let me come play. But there's no ethnic discrimination. There's no religious discrimination unless you're Christian. And if you want to argue with that, as I'm sure some of these libs will and try to do it to me before by saying there is no double standard, what about Tim Tebow? He was ridiculed. I can go back and pull up the video footage of mainstream media time after time after time ridiculing that man for taking a knee and praying. To the point that he was actually told he could not do it. So again, where's the discrimination? I mean, we can discriminate against Christians, apparently. That's okay. But there's definitely no racial discrimination. The league's 75% black. There's no racial discrimination going on in this thing. So what are they protesting? Not making enough money? Excuse me? Millions of dollars, pensions, lifetime medical benefits. I mean, so on and so forth. That league is negotiated. So tell me again, what are they protesting? The country's unfair. In what way? How is the country unfair? You can't answer that because it's not. What, we discriminate against illegal immigrants? Well, damn, we're supposed to. They're not citizens. I don't want to get on the immigration thing because I talked about it in the last show a little bit, but I do want to say this one thing regarding immigration because that's what a lot of stuff kind of comes back to and is a big part of the liberal narrative or the leftist narrative on the immigration. Let me just pose a couple examples, and you've seen these in many different formats and on the internet and posted various different ways. But everybody says they're okay just to let these people in. Okay? Where do you stop? So if you want to truly just let everybody in, where do you stop? Can we go over to Syria and just grab a busload of Syrians off the side of the desert street, off their camels, and truck them over here and just dump them in your backyard? Are you going to put them in your house? Then there's always the example they use a lot of times, like all these liberals want them to come in, but they don't want them in their own house because they have their armed guards, they have their big fences, but yet they're for open borders. Open borders is the exact same thing as letting somebody come in your house and letting them have full rampage of the house. You're going to feed them, clothe them, and everything, and they can do whatever they want, and you're never going to throw them out. Is that right? No. Somebody wants to come in your house, do it, they can ask. They can knock on the door, they can ask. And that's all conservatives are asking for. At the end of the day, all conservatives are saying is there should be enforcement of our immigration policies. There is a way to come into this country. Millions of people do it every year. You come, you fill out the right paperwork, you get entrance into the country, you do your time, you study. If you want to become a citizen, you can go that route. There are legal ways to come into this country. And I have known personally many legal immigrants, known some illegals too, but legal immigrants that have came to this country, lived here for years and years and years, and finally got their citizenship. And I've never witnessed such pride in people from taking an oath as they did when they took the oath to become a citizen of this country. I've known Italians, I've known Greeks, I've known folks from Mexico, several Indians. So, point there is just the whole idea of this immigration issue is just absolutely asinine and insane. And all conservatives are saying that we keep getting, basically burned at a cross about is do it legally. So on this kneeling thing, you would think by the way the mainstream media is actually broadcasting this, how the ESPNs and the other liberal networks of the world are making it look like we are in the minority, we being those of an ideology, of a conservative ideology, and also a nationalistic ideology that we believe in this country and love this country and feel like there's something that is important about maintaining the integrity of what this country is because of what it has provided. So all those people of those like mindsets, we're being made to believe we're in a minority. Folks, we're not in the minority. Not even close to the minority. We put Donald Trump in office. Love him, hate him, think says stupid things at times. Whatever. I don't really care. The reason he was put in there wasn't because of Donald Trump. The reason he was put in there is because of what we were tired of as a people. We were tired of a person representing this country going to the United Nations and apologizing for our existence. We were tired of a president getting on national TV and basically telling our police that they are being cruel and they have issues, and he's going to embrace Black Lives Matter, and he's going to put federal oversight on our police. We were tired of that very same president inviting people into the White House, sending representatives to funerals of thugs, yet not representing himself at American heroes who died serving this country's funerals. And this happened over and over and over. We were tired of the political correctness that had gotten out of control and is still out of control. We were tired of being told that we must embrace all these crazy things that fly in the face of science, this LGBT, this This idea that you can say whatever sex you are and that makes it so, and all this BS that goes along with it, such as special bathrooms and all that crap we were tired of. We're tired of our children being indoctrinated in the public school systems. We are tired of our people and our young ones and our children being told this is such an awful country when we have brought more democracy to the world than any country that has ever existed in the history of man. And those are facts. So you libs can go fly off in somewhere in some craziness and have y'all kumbaya moment, but that's the damn truth. This country has brought more freedom and democracy to the world than any other country has. This country has also provided the best platform for anybody to make a difference, for anybody to have opportunity. If you don't believe that, you're delusional and you're blind. Throughout our history as a country, we have made it possible for basically you to do whatever you want to do as long as you're willing to put the hard work in and you're willing to sacrifice. We believe as conservatives in opportunity, equal opportunity to achieve. Liberals want to believe in equal outcomes. And equal outcomes don't exist. It is human nature impossible. There is no such thing as equality of outcome. It will not work. That's why socialism has failed over and over and over again. But folks, we're not in a minority. This last presidential election, we won 83% of all the counties in the entire United States. 83%. If you take out two counties in the entire country, we won the popular vote by millions. That was an indication that this country is tired of the direction it was going. And to be honest, I'm tired of this country being ruled by New York City and Los Angeles. It's ridiculous. And that's what, and don't think you're not being. That's what the NFL, that's what the ESPNs, that's what all these networks are catering to because of those big population centers of liberal people. And they live in their bubble and they want to make themselves feel good. They can't do, I'll be honest, here's an idea. I've almost taken the perspective that liberalism or leftism is a mental disorder because they're either truly delusional or they have a complete absence of the ability for logical deduction. It's one or the other. Because if you do logical deduction objectively of issue after issue after issue, you come down on the conservative side because things don't work. For instance, the liberal mentality is everybody should have health care. Okay. The conservative mentality is, yes, that would be awesome. How do you do it? How do you pay for it? Well, everybody, they'll be taxed and we'll put all big one thing of taxes will go into it. Okay, well, that's obviously going to cost an incredible amount. We already are in debt. So, okay, that's going to add to the debt. Well, but if the taxpayers are going to pay for it, what's going to drive the incentives behind the people who are going to work in the healthcare industry? Well, what are you talking about? What do you mean? The government, will pay them. Okay. So if I'm going to be a doctor, you're going to tell me what I'm going to make beforehand? That sounds a lot like communism to me. And it doesn't work. You're going to have, if they had their way in healthcare and you go single payer, there will be such a drop off in the amount of people that go into the healthcare industry. Because if you don't have capitalism setting wage rates, you're going to lose the incentives. And we're already seeing it. We're already seeing it in the healthcare because there's already so much government involvement in it. We need to be getting out of healthcare. We need to quit propping up insurance companies. We need to get out of all that and let the free market dictate. Welfare. Liberals, oh, people are down on their luck. They need welfare. Conservative. Absolutely. They need help. We want to help anybody who's down on their luck, regardless of what it is. But we want to give a helping hand up, not a hand out. We want to put programs in place that enable people to get over their rough patches and to help them achieve something better so that they get off welfare. It is not a way of life. But in these issues after issues after issues, they don't look at the logical conclusions of the policies they so badly want. They just don't. So we're going to take a break right now, and I'll be back, and we're going to talk about what to do now. All right, and we're back. Taking a quick little break here. A little pause for the cause, as they say. All right. So I'm speaking to you guys right now. It is time for Americans to stand up. It has gotten completely out of control. And it is time to stop feeling like you're being bullied. It is time to stop just ignoring it. It is time to take a stand for this country. Because we are not the minority. We are the majority. We dictate this country. We, the conservatives. And it is time for us to stop hiding in the shadows. And it's time for us to come out to the forefront. It is time for us to take charge. It is time to shine the light of hypocrisy everywhere you see it. It is not time to shut up. It is not time to stop posting. It is not time to stop writing. It is time to take a stand. It is time to call the BS on the BS. It is time to stand up for yourself as conservatives. It is time. All that is going on in this country right now is bullying. Ugh. From the left. That's what it is. And they feel that if they continue to do it, that they can paint their own narrative and they can turn a false narrative or a flawed narrative into the truth. And if we let them do it, they will. I, for one, am not. I love this country too much. I want this country to be there for my children. It's time. There's a way to do it, though, and there's a way not to do it. Do not stoop to their level. We have got to stop this. And almost, I think, how a light bulb is brightest right before it goes out, I feel that's some of what's going on with the left right now. It doesn't feel that way to everybody out there, but I feel that they're on the verge of losing out completely. And that's why they're making these huge last gasps and frenzied efforts to do what they're doing because of that. And the statistics back me up. If you look at the elections, even the elections that Obama won, the few counties that he actually won across this country and that conservatives did win. Then Hillary Clinton, the lowest percentage of counties won in recent history. People don't want that ideology. The old thing that used to be talked about, the silent majority, I don't think it's ever been truer than right now. So I'm speaking to you, patriots. I'm speaking to you. Are you willing to stand up for America? Or are you going to take a knee like the rest of them? It's the general idea. Appreciate you listening. Take care.
I